First thing we're gonna do is grow the yeast. This is yeast. Does it look like it's alive?
No.
It is alive.
Sticky.
Huh? Warm enough to grow it and not too hot that it'll kill it. So we need 4½ teaspoons. Zach, can you help me? 1,
2.
good. That's 3. We need 1 more whole teaspoon and 1/2. Okay. Let's give it some sugar for food and see if it grows even faster.
Nice
Great.
work.
Oh, now it's growing even faster. It's growing even faster.
Well, let's stir it.
What's growing?
The yeast is growing and it's breathing.
How is it growing?
Not exactly breathing.
Oh, no it isn't, because it's not going out too top.
But it was lower, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see how high it's going to get in the next few minutes. We need 3/4 cups. This is 1/4 cup, so we're going to fill it 3 times. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Great.
I can do coconut oil.
I think that is-
Overhaul.
All right.
Coming out.
The coconut oil got cold from the milk. And now it's hard again on top. So we're going to warm it up on the stove, and then we'll put it in a big bowl and add some more ingredients. I warmed up the milk.
Oh,
Do you see the melted oil on top of it?
It's also there. Look, it grew more.
This is a 1/4 cup sugar. We're going to do a teaspoon of salt.
It's one. That's a big drip. That's a lot. So fast, I thought it was gonna pop out.
So in a recipe, when we're baking something, eggs can make it really fluffy. That's because there are really long proteins in eggs that are all twisted up. And when we whip them, or when we bake them, then they get bigger and they make bubbles. And then when we put the food in the oven, the bubbles, the air in the bubbles gets bigger, and then the bubbles grow bigger. And then it makes the food really fluffy. Oops. That's okay. Put the shell right here.
It's like it's.
You guys can take turns. If there are 4 cups of flour in the recipe,
2 twos. It's 4.
that's right.
Yeah.
So if you have 2 turns and Zach has 2 turns, that's 4.
Austin, you bumped me. No. Yes, you did. My turn.
Do you know what's happening? When flour gets wet, the 2 proteins that are in flour join together to make gluten, which is really sticky, different protein. And that's another thing that makes the donuts really fluffy.
Make that look easy, Austin.
That's full enough.
Good work.
Okay, I got it all in the bowl, okay?
I make it look cute.
Yeah, you do make it look easy.
Okay. Good scoop, Zach.
Ooh, Zach, you make that look easy.
Holy cow. I bet you make it look easy. Yeah? So it's easy for me.
Why do you think we mix it so much?
Because it turns into dough. Because I never get true. Because it changes it and it changes.
Mixes all the ingredients together and then they change a little bit. What else,
The
Austin?
more we mix it, the more
What
it
else?
changes.
The more we mix it, the more it changes. You're right. Why do you think we mix it, Austin?
Because it makes dough.
Those proteins that are in the flour, when it gets wet, it makes the new protein gluten. They get stuck together and make long strings of gluten from the mixing. That's why we mix it.
Oh, it looks like donut.
Okay, so we need to mix it a lot lot more before we let it rise. All right, let's look at the dough.
Okay, I'm gonna. That's a little bit. Can't even get it up. Sticky. The only way is to rub it. Can I eat it?
All right.
Yummy.
I'm not a dough expert, but I still think it needs more flour. That's just right. So now we're gonna cover it with wax paper and let it sit just in the warm kitchen for a couple of hours. I didn't want to wait too long for our dough to rise, so I put it in my garage because it's pretty hot in there. And look what happened.
Oh! I made the hand out the dough, see?
The handprint. Good. So it's still a little too tall. We want it to be about a half an inch. All right. Good job.
You can like pound it.
Pretty
Whoa,
good.
that's cool. I'm getting more dough.
Good job. We're
Oh,
gonna
it's
heat up
just
a little
so
bit.
smashed.
So look at those.
It's cool, huh, Austin?
The oil at the bottom of the pan is getting hot, and then it's going up, and then cooler oil is going down, and then it's kind of swirling around, mixing a lot. We don't want the oil too hot, because what will happen is, see how they get dark from the heat? It kind of starts making it almost burn. We don't want burned donuts, but if it's too hot, then the outside's going to get really dark brown, and the inside's not going to cook. So it takes time for the heat to get all the way to the inside of the donut. So we need to leave them in just long enough to cook all the way through, but we don't want them to dry out, and we don't want them to look too burned on the outside. So it's a little bit tricky.
Is that good?
That's really good.
That's so good. Baby sandwich!
You did the eggs, Austin?
Yeah.
Pretty good.